Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the show this week. Each Monday we come in and have individuals from different organizations talk to us about what's going on around our broadcast area, and we have some really wonderful organizations, and we appreciate them contacting us to come on the show and let you know what's going on. Many times these organizations do things that perhaps you don't even know that they're doing, and they surprise us every once in a while. But we do appreciate you joining us on our Connection show. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a lady from the Boone County Library, and they've always got something going on. Stay with us. Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first guest today in the studio is Jean Hankins, and she comes to us from the Boone County Library quite often, don't you, Jean?
Every chance I get, Dennis. Thank you for inviting me.
You're quite welcome. Of course, the Boone County Library, if you haven't been down there or haven't been there in a while, you should go in there. They have all kinds of things going on, and the majority of everything is free to the public. It's our library, and we're real fortunate to have a library that is set up like the Boone County Library, and very active group of individuals that work there, and also the Friends of the Library support the Boone County Library a lot too, and I know you're very proud of those individuals that couldn't do it without them. I mean, you need their support.
We could not do it without them. They just had their fall book sale this last weekend, and it was so nice to have all the folks there at the library, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a fun time of the year. Fall in the Ozarks is always a nice time. Before long, we'll start seeing the foliage. Some of it's already changing a little bit, and we hope we have a beautiful fall review. But this part of the country, interesting in the fall because there's always different activities going on for all ages of people. And I know you have lots of things going on in October. That's why we wanted to have you in kind of on the first of the month here. But it is a fun time.
It is always a fun time at the library, Dennis. I don't care if you have a newborn baby in the carrier or in the stroller and you're going to push them in, or if you're my age. We've got something going on for everyone. We have on Wednesday mornings, we have story time with Miss Irene. And that's our guys from about 3 to 5. And then on Thursdays, we have what we call toddle time. And that's for the ones in the stroller all the way up to 3 years old. But Dennis, we're not picky about age.
Right.
We just want them to come in and develop a love for the library and for books. It's never too early to read to a child.
You know, I really think, with all the electronics and all the different changes in the way we receive information these days from electronic media, computers, your phone, you name it, it's totally changed. I do see a lot of people that are really pushing their young children to read more, and I'm glad to see that. I actually went to see my youngest son in Little Rock over the weekend and took a book that a friend of mine had gotten through the school district. This company comes around, and it was a book that they make a series of these books. Well, I thought, well, they probably won't have one of these. Well, I get there, and they had the 2 books in the series previous to this one, and she told me that that said that a lot of their friends buy these books, and they're educational books, and so it is something something that it's good to see the younger generation still pushing to their children the fact that reading is very, very important. And I'm glad you're doing those programs for the young people.
You know, we have them for, like I said, for all ages. And we have actually 4 different book clubs. We have one for the juveniles and one for the young adults, and then we have 2 adult book clubs, and that's pretty exciting too. Of course, you can find out all that information on our website, or we have 2 Facebook now, and we keep those updated. Something new in the children's department is we've just purchased video games, and I can't even talk about them because I don't know that much about them, but I know that it's been really exciting for everyone upstairs because they know that their young patrons are going to be excited about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you've got you just kind of hold that up in front of the camera there. This is something you put out each month.
Every month,
if somebody wanted to get on your list to get an email or something, can they sign up for this?
Oh, yes. And Dennis, thank you. And I threw it in the floor.
That's okay.
Thank you for saying that. My email is outreach@booncountylibrary.org, or you can just call and leave me a message, and I'll get you on the email list. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's very informational. It's easy to read. It's all laid out and in where you can understand what's going on, and they have a calendar for each month. Yes, you probably print it or develop it around the first of each month. Is that what you try to do anyway?
By the last week of the month, I have pretty much booked everything for the following month, and then I try to get them out and get them emailed by the first day of the month.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. I got to talking there. Let's go on and talk a little bit about some of the things that's coming up down at the library.
Well, just the next couple of days. On tomorrow, upstairs in the children's department, there's a haunted gingerbread houses, and that's for ages 13 to 18. And like we said, we're not really picky on the age group. Just come and have a good time. And then on 10-12, there's Flubbercraft. And don't ask me what that is. It just sounds fun to me.
Flubbercraft?
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds like fun. They're doing a lot of really fun stuff over there. This month in the adult programs, we have got... Tomorrow we're going to be painting those kindness rocks again, those Harrison kindness rocks, and that's kind of become a big thing for people to paint those rocks and leave words of encouragement and just help our community in little small ways.
Now how does that work again, Tim?
We're going to paint the rocks at the library, and then our patrons will take them and put them out in the community. Have you not found one, Dennis?
I have not. I need to
they're
go
so
look.
fun.
Okay.
So we're going to do that tomorrow, and that's at 5:30, and all ages welcome.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, we have the adult coloring again, and everyone seems to love that. And I always go and tell them, okay, I've been with you for an hour, but I've got to go get some work done, but y'all stay for a little while longer. And usually they stay for about 2 hours and have a great time. And on 10-12 at 5:30 in the evening, we have Anne Murray, and she's coming in to do, now let me pronounce it correctly, quilt addictions, because she is an avid quilter, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how she got started into it, and hopefully she'll bring some of her stuff too, because I want to see it. I have 2 author talks coming up this month. One, we're having the author for The Accidental Salvation of Gracie Lee, and that's Talia Tate Boner. That's on 10/17 at 5:30 p.m. And that same week, we have Mr. Tim Bryant, and he wrote A Man True, and he's going to be there on 10/19 at 5:30 in the evening. And I'm really looking forward to meeting with these authors. It's always a good time when the authors come, and not only do they talk about their book and usually read an excerpt from it, but they talk about how they got published. So that's interesting.
Very good.
Then we have the Noon Book Club on 10/18. Of course, that's at noon. And then we have Buffalo National River Partners. They come every month. It's just wonderful. We've got them coming on 10/24 at 5:30 in the evening. And then on 10/26, we have the Adult Pumpkin Painting Party.
Try to say that real quick.
Not happening. Not happening. We're going to paint some little pie pumpkins, and one of our local supermarkets is helping us out with that, and we're excited about that. But the big thing for the month, Dennis, that's our costume party. And that's actually on October 31st, and we have the party starting at 4 o'clock in the evening, and everyone is invited, everyone is welcome, And if you come to the library, and I hope you will, you're going to see a bunch of Disney princesses.
Okay.
Did I tell that secret?
You
Should I not have told that secret?
So that the theme, I would assume, is that your theme?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I told you October had a lot of exciting things going on. And the one thing about the library is that, again, it doesn't cost you anything. You can go down there. And a lot of people don't realize the extent of not only, obviously, books, but you got electronic books now. I know. Can you check out the
audio books?
Yeah, the audio books.
Yes, we have a huge selection of audio books.
Okay.
It's just wonderful. We have huge shelving of audio books. Great selection. And then we have DVDs as well.
Okay.
And people can check those out. I think it's 4 for 1 week at a time. Bring them back, get some more.
What about, you may have told me this, iPads? Do you use those kind of things there
We have
at
Kindles.
the library?
Yes, sir.
What you have the other?
We have the Kindles.
Yeah, Kindles.
And you can check those out too.
Okay, I thought you'd set up with the. So if you like to use the electronic way of reading, it's a great way to do it down there, and then of course books of all kinds and so forth. You always have a lot of stuff going on, that's for sure. I noticed in your bulletin that they have here, which is something we all need to think about. It's October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Boone County Library will be observing this by wearing pink on Think Pink Day, which is October 25th. I'm glad to see that support down there. It's something we need to all be reminded of. Breast cancer is such a big killer. It's gotten a lot better, more awareness, more testing, but it's still a very important thing that we need to think about.
It truly is. One of the things that we're doing this month is we try to do a service project to get, just to partner with our community and to help our community. Last month, our patrons brought 263 pounds of backpack food for CCN, for Children's Charity Ministry. It was wonderful, Dennis. Yeah. And this month, we are trying to get new blankets, and we're going to give them to Harrison House of Hope, which is the homeless day center here in town. Yeah,
a lot of groups right now trying to help out, particularly with the House of Hope. The homeless situation is much greater than most people realize in our small community here. They're trying to build a transitional housing facility for women and children so that they've got a place to go. And so anything you can do, quilts, clothes, anything like that you don't need, that you could purchase and give away, certainly be appreciated. And that's
Absolutely.
a good program to do.
Thank you.
We got about a minute left. Did we cover everything pretty well?
Oh, let's see. Well, no, because on the back we've got the Ancestry.com, and I really want to mention that because Tina Farmer is our genealogist upstairs, and she is far more intelligent about this stuff than I ever will be. I'm just going to put it right there. And she's going to start up having some beginning genealogy classes, and just call her to find out. That number's 870-741-5913. But we have Ancestry.com free at the library.
At the library.
Yeah, so come in, let her help you, and let's get you set up.
Well, that's a very popular thing right now. You hear a lot of people wanting to kind of see the history of their family and where they came from, what country even maybe that they originated in. But Jean, thank you so much for coming by today. Boy, we blew through that 15 minutes real quick. You had a lot of stuff to talk about, as always.
As always.
Keep us posted and give me a call, and we'll keep you rolling each month, try to let people know what's going on at the Boone County Library. Go down and check it out. They have lots of wonderful things and a lot of programs that probably, at least some of them, should fit you and your children. So go by and use. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it, Jean. Have a nice October.
Thank you. You too.
Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with another young lady about another location in Harrison that really does a fantastic job with senior citizens. On Connection. Stay with us.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Here's another satisfied client from Dental Creations of Harrison.
My husband and I both needed to have dentures. I had looked online and we saw a picture of Wanda, just something about her. I thought this is the place we're going to do. And I called in and spoke with Dave, and he was just tremendous. He answered every single question the first call and told us what our copay would be. It was just an awesome experience.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection show this week. Next guest in the studio comes to see us quite often because there's so much going on when it comes to seniors in Boone County. Chris Kendall, who is the director of the Boone County Senior and Activity Center. Chris, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I got your bulletin and I looked at all the stuff you got coming. I thought I better give Chris a call. She can come in and explain some of this to us, and she does a great job out there. And they touch a lot of lives when it comes to seniors in this area. And we appreciate your good job that you do out there. Let's just start off. What's going on? I know October's a busy month for you.
It is a very busy month. We have several activities, of course, for the seniors to participate in. We have trips that we go on. Tomorrow we're going to the Cherokee Casino, and the seniors just love going to the casino. And the trips that we do are not just to go in on the trip, but it gives them social interaction on the van. They get to visit, throughout a 2.5 hour trip, and on the way there, and then on the way back. And there's always a good lunch there too, and so a lot of us will sit down and enjoy a meal at the casino, and if they choose to participate in playing at the casino, then they can. But it's a lot of social interaction too, and sometimes we come up with some really lucky people there, and have some good winners. But other times they say that they came home with the money that they left with, or they lost a little bit. That's just the nature of going to the casinos. But they have fun. And it gets them out of their house and doing something. Yes. It keeps them active, and so it's something for them to do. We're going to go see the Hughes Brothers show next week, and dinner and music by Danny Husky at the Senior Center on the 21st, and that's a fundraiser for the Senior Center, and so we're going to have a good meal to go along with that entertainment. And then the week after that, we're going to go to the C of O up in Hollister and see the play Flames of Freedom. And I've been the past couple of years to the plays that they've had up there, and they're free of charge, and so there's no cost to go and see it, and it's usually a really good play, and very make sure and take tissues, because it really tugs on your heartstrings. But very touching plays and very meaningful, and they're based on true stories of people who have lived here in the Ozarks, and so
that'd be interesting.
It is. It's really interesting.
Something I noticed on their bulletin that she sent to me here, and it's very important for seniors. We just actually last Friday, the Boone County Health Unit had their mass flu vaccination program over at Eagle Heights Baptist Church. But if you were unable to go there, they're having Boone County Health Unit is having one at the center, a flu shot clinic, and I think that's October 19th. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Okay. I missed that one,
that's
but
okay.
Yes, we are having the flu shot clinic there at the Senior Center. Bring your health insurance cards if you have them, and Medicaid and Medicare cards. If you don't have insurance, we're not going to turn you away. And so you can come up to the Senior Center and you have your flu shots, and that's from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m.
Okay, good.
And there are forms that we have at the center that you can fill out beforehand to kind of speed up the process.
Okay, very important for seniors. That's one category that they really stress that senior citizens and young children need to get flu shots, and each year they hope that most seniors will get a flu shot, and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you don't have Medicare, Medicaid, whatever, don't worry about it. They'll get you taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I jumped in on you there.
That's all right. Thank you. I forgot to mention that one. The 25th, we're going to do pumpkin carving, and we're asking $5 to participate in this, and that's of course to help cover the cost of the pumpkins, but also a fundraiser for the senior center. And so, if you would like to participate in that, maybe you haven't carved a pumpkin in a few years and really miss it, and want to come up and do that, then we'll have the pumpkins there at the center. We do have a sign-up sheet, and so be sure and contact us before, so I know how many pumpkins to purchase for us. And we'll be starting that at 12:30 on the 25th, and so that'll be a lot of fun. Always you're reaching into the pumpkins and grabbing that goo out is always just a bunch of fun. And so. And we'll have some information on how to use the insides of the pumpkins so that they're not gone to waste, and just have some fun, with the Halloween themes. And then, of course, on Halloween, the 31st, we're going to have a costume contest during the lunch break, 11 a.m., and then we'll submit the winner, or we'll announce the winner at 12:30, right at the end of lunch. And so, we'll have little prizes for the best costumes, and the people at the center will vote for their favorite. And we've always had a lot of fun in the past, and we've had witches, and we've had gentlemen in kilts, and the full Scottish attire, and so that was a lot of fun. But it's just a fun day. The staff, a lot of the staff will dress up as well, and so it's kind of a time for us to kind of let our hair down and just have a little fun too. I think the first year that I was at the senior center, I just stayed in my pajamas and wore my my house coat the whole day, and had rollers in my hair, and it was just a fun day, So we're planning some fun things for that. Our services have, we've expanded. In September of last year, we expanded to the entire county of Boone County, and we've been able to reach quite a few people out in the county. But there's still, I know that there's so many more people in Boone County that would be able to use our services, and just don't know that we have the services available to them. And so, I ask for help in trying to spread that word that we do have services out in the county. If we provide home delivered meals, that would be 7 frozen meals delivered once a week to their home, and so that would be someone coming to check on them once a week in their home as well. And then we also have the transportation services, which have grown a lot since we first started. It's probably tripled within the last year, and so we do provide the transportation services in the county as well. And so we go to Lead Hill and Alpena and Bergman and Bellefonte, and just as long as you're within Boone County, we'll provide those services.
Well, that's a big service to provide too. When you think about the county's pretty good geographic area, and to be able to go out there and not only are you allowing these seniors an opportunity to come into town, whether it's go to the doctor, the pharmacy, the grocery store, whatever, but you're checking on them. And that's right. A very important thing for elderly people. Some elderly don't have families, or maybe a close neighbor or friend or whatever, and just to be able to touch base with them and make sure they're okay, or if somebody sees they may need some help, at least that, and right. It's a good go-between that they have there. I know you usually have at the senior center about how many on average would come into the center, just actually come into the center on it?
In the center, we would serve about anywhere from 70 to 80 on a slow day. Today is beef brisket, and so today's probably going to be around 125.
Wow.
So there's quite a few people that come in and have a meal, but they also interact with other people too. Yeah. They socialize while they're there. And then we have the exercise classes as well. That's a whole other group of people too that we serve. roughly our client base is around 1,000 people that we serve each month. And between the congregate meal and the socialization, about 1,000 people. And then our home delivered meals, we're up to about 145 people that we serve, and our transportation is up over 100 as well.
Wow, that's a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people out there probably don't realize how many seniors are touched by this, by the program at the Boone County Senior and Wellness and Activity Center. You got a couple things I don't want to miss that I think we've covered most of the stuff in the calendar. Tell us about what you got here. Hold that up there.
Well, this is our Super Saver coupon book, and it has from different merchants around Harrison. Most of the food is buy one get one free or as marked. There's pizza places that have, you buy one pizza at a regular price and you get one free. And Clay Maxey Ford, Wood Motor Company, and SKD Detailing, so for car services, health and beauty services, and miscellaneous, just different businesses have offered to put coupons in here. All in all, the total savings in this book is $933.96. The books are $35, and a portion of the proceeds go to the senior center. Usually this is at least $1,000 fundraiser for us, and we hope to increase that, of course. But it's a great fundraiser for the senior center, and there's a couple that comes in and they contact all the businesses for us. They put the coupon book together for us, and then they sell all the books for us too. And
how long? What's the duration of most of the coupons?
October of next year.
Okay,
it's
it's
good for a year. Okay. Yes. And there's a few different coupons for each business, and I've got a full list of businesses and coupons, and then partial of another page, and so there's quite a few different businesses in here. I mean, you can see that there's quite a few. Each one of these is a coupon, and so for $35, a lot of these, if you use just 2 or 3 of the coupons, will pay for itself.
Fantastic.
So,
got a couple minutes. Let's talk about this other. You've got a box, and tell us about that.
This is our Changes Food campaign. We will be setting these boxes out throughout Harrison. Several different locations that you can, as you're out shopping, you can just drop your change in there. This helps each year with the fundraising that we do. Here again, it usually brings in about $1,000. Hopefully, we can do more this year. It just kind of depends on how people are financially. But all of the fundraisers that we do, our operating budget this year was over $400,000, and so. Our fundraising goal this year is over $65,000, and part of that is for a new home delivered meal truck. It's very important for us to get the meals to people in a temperature controlled environment, and so
you really need that bad.
Right, we do.
Well,
I
hope you raise
these 2 fundraisers will help with.
Hope you raise a lot of money there. You do a lot of work, as I mentioned. The seniors, without the Boone County Senior Activity Center, I don't know how they would handle it, because they do the Meals on Wheels is such a big thing for shut-ins and people that can't get out. So lots of good things going on. As always, Chris, it's good to have you come in and talk to us. And we want to kind of get you in about every month or so you can keep us up to speed. And I knew October looked like a pretty busy month, so we're glad you could come in and be with us. And again, anything you can do to help out, even volunteer. If you'd like to help out, they need volunteers. Go by and see Chris. She's the director, and she's always got something you can do. You can help deliver meals. You don't have to be a full-time job. Just a few hours here or there. It's all appreciated. Chris, good luck with your October festivities and the pumpkin carving and the Halloween contest.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on Connection this week. We hope we gave you some information perhaps you didn't know about, and we do appreciate all the organizations that come in to talk to us on a regular basis, and we appreciate you out there as well. See you again next time on Connection.